G'day ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Let's Play, Let's Go, Let's See, Let's Do. And today, what the hell are we going to do? Star Citizen folks, and yes, this is MISC, the MISC Prospector, M-I-S-C, I hope I pronounced that right. Anyway, this is the Prospector. This is an entry-level mining ship. I have done several videos on this. And to be honest with you, if I actually watched some of those videos before filming this, it would have saved me a hell of a lot of time. So honestly, I'm going to let a little bit slip here. Sit back, grab a coffee, grab a drink, have a laugh, because you're going to have to do it. So yeah, I'm zooming in. Can I actually give you a HAEV tour very quickly of the ship if you really want to see it? Let's see if I can do it. Nah, not fucking working. Alright, screw it. Oh no, it works. There you go. That's the ship. There you go. That's it. And if you want to see it for yourselves, go to Lawville on Hurston, and it's just sitting there where you buy ships. So there we go. Tour complete. Oh, graphics was a bit shit there. So here you go, folks. So I've gone off and done some mining, and I'm going to be very open and honest with you. I completely stuffed it up. I let it out. Whilst I was doing this, give it a thumbs up, give it a subscribe, give it a like. You know how it all goes. Ring the bell. I'm just going to say random shit. Why am I saying this? Because if you see on the right hand side where it says laser power, it says L-Alt plus mouse wheel. Now, because I am that much of a tool, I was pressing L and Alt at the same time and the mouse wheel, and nothing was fucking happening, and I couldn't figure out why the power wasn't working. So I had to actually go to my good old buddy Google. And that told me in the first, I don't know, 0.03 of a second that it's actually the left Alt and not Alt L. You would not believe how much time I actually spent trying to figure out what the hell was going on. I'll be honest with you, I'll tell you. Okay, it was roughly around about 40 minutes. And I was pissed off. Now I've got it all working. It's all good. I remember how to deal with this. It's a playing game. Obviously, I've picked up quite a bit of stuff, and also I think there's some inert material in there as well. So we'll see how this all goes. But yeah, I don't know how much I'm going to make of this, but we'll see how we go. Okay, folks, we don't know. We don't know. I don't know. Things are breaking off slowly. I am doing this on a actual moon this time because I've never done it before. I've actually gone off into like deep space looking for asteroids. But I could not be asked trying to figure out where all this stuff was. So now I'm actually just going to go to a moon and see what I can find. So whatever I find, I find. Now, I'll be honest with you folks, this has always been a gameplay I've been very interested in, the mining stuff. But I also know too that because of the way Star Citizen operates at times, it's also a very dangerous career path. Because you can invest so much time and get maybe 99% of the way back to where you actually have to go, and then the game crashes or something like that happens, and you'd be pretty shitty, especially if you got a hole full of qualentanium where it's actually time critical, and then you know you're pretty much dead after that. So that's happened to me a couple times. So I'm kind of holding off playing this career path, but because it's a free fly event type of thing going on, or was going on, I thought fuck it. So again, just to be mindful, not the best one at doing this, but just make sure when you start looking at these things, put the thing over, as in indicate what rock you're looking at. And if you see things here that is worth mining, take it. If it says inert material, probably stay away from it. All right, that's the HAEV tip of the week. Again, I say this considering that my inert materials is pretty much on my top 3 list of things that I've got. But yeah, this is just more so for me to play and see if I can remember how to do things. And yeah, if it wasn't for Google, I would not be remembering anything at this point. So we're just going to get the last bit of space I can actually get. What is it? I don't want that. It's too much inert material. That's also a bit too much material. But you know what? I'm kind of like at the very last part. So, oh yeah, no, I can get that one. Storage full. There we go. So what does this mean now? So if you've tuned in and you've never seen this before and you don't know what the hell you do next after all this lovely stuff, you actually have to go to a refinery. Okay? Now, the refineries are usually located around the Lagrange points, so like MIC L1, L2, L3, ARC L1, L2, Hurston L1, L2, blah, 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 blah. So I'm at ARC, what is it, ARC 1, I think it is, ARC L1. So I've only done it because it's close to where I am, and usually for me the game runs a little bit more smoothly around the ArcCorp area. Maybe because it was one of the first ones to be created, and maybe because it's not as heavily, how do you want to say it, drawing intensive for the computer, who knows. But at the moment I'm trying to get into this bloody bay, and I'm slightly concerned because I can't see anything. And I've got the lights on too. So I'm waiting for the game to load up. Come on, game. Okay, lights are coming on, things are starting on. See, I did have my lights on there, it just didn't show it. Alright, so we are going to come in for a landing of sorts. Turn the lights off because they're just annoying me now. So yeah, you come to a refinery to do the refining, and there's two ways you can do this, and I'll show you both, okay? Well, I'm only going to do one, but I'll show you the other one as well. There you go, that's a nice landing. Turn the engines off. Lovely. Alright. What a view. I must admit, I do love the cockpit of this ship. It's just, you can see everything. Okay, let's get out of here and go to the refinery. So the refinery is on the refining level, and as you can see, it takes a while to load up. I'm not going to lie, especially on my machine. Hopefully on yours it's a lot quicker, but if you're playing on my machine, you're going to have to do a lot of waiting, folks. So we will just go in. Now, if you're wondering why I'm fucking around with the different views, it's not to improve the cinematography at all. I'm actually putting together in parallel, for those of you that are still listening, a little story and a little video movie I'm doing with Star Citizen. But anyway, I'll get to that later. So what do we want to do? This is a trading console, and what you can do is you can actually come in and select the ship that you've got, and you can actually, whoa, what did I do? MISC Freelancer Max. No, I don't want this ship. I want the Prospector. Okay, and this gives you the list of all the items that you've got, and it also gives you the unrefined material value, and that's like 21k. Okay, now that ain't too bad. And if you're in a rush, you can definitely do that. You can sell to the refinery, then they can go off and refine it. Alternatively, you can actually go and refine it yourself. Now, I am not an expert in any of this, okay? I'll be very, very clear. I've got a very rudimentary understanding of this. So you press this button, you select your ship, and you select Set Up Work Order. Kind of feel like I'm back at work, actually. Come on, press the button, and then you go through and you can actually select the individual items you'd like to refine. So obviously, the more items you select, the more well, time it's going to cost and all the other stuff. But I'll explain why I'm saying this. So when you select inert materials, I don't have to refine. I'm going to get fuck all for them, so I don't need them. So there we go. So now we have to go and often get a quote. But you've got, once I click on it, several options to choose from. Now I'm going to go back to the old days of picking just this one here, and that costs me about 2,755 AUEC, and it takes 23 hours to complete. Okay, there are others that cost slightly more and can be done quicker. I'm working on the premise, the more time it gets, the better off you are. And anyway, where do I have to go? So yeah, that's pretty much it, folks, for how this stuff works. Now, obviously, there's a lot better YouTube videos out there, and there's a lot of people who spend a lot of time explaining each individual one and how it all works. I suggest you watch some of those ones. If you want a basic understanding of how all this stuff works, this is pretty much it. So there it is. As you can see, the timer's going, everything's off, it's running, it's good. So that's the part of this video of what you should do. Now, this is what you don't do, okay? So this is very important. Now, I've gone back because I've gone, well, you know what? I've got the ship for 24 hours or 48 hours, whatever it is. I'm actually going to go and properly do some mining. And for some reason, I've been able to find this one particular compound. So raw material. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this properly. I'm going to do this properly. I'm going to try to avoid the inert materials. I say doing it properly. What the fuck do I know? But I'm going to try to avoid the inert materials. So obviously you hit the V button after you're done and hold it for a few seconds, let it go, and it does that ping. For whatever reason, it used to be tab and now it's that. Yeah, just to confuse us all. So I've gone down this way. And as you can see, my cargo percentage, what have I got? Roughly about over 50, maybe 60% there. Let's just say like that. And I found something that looks like diamonds. At least that's what it's come up here as diamonds. So I'm going to give these things an individual scan. And this is what you need to do, unfortunately. You need to scan these things. Now, sometimes the scanners work and sometimes they don't. So when they don't, just cut your losses and move on, because it ain't going to work no matter how long you sit there and start looking at it. But this is actually scanning. So dolomite, what is it, dollar or whatever the hell it is, whatever it is, it looks like the thing is telling me that it's easy, it can be done, no problem. Now, and I'm going to say this, in hindsight, as Evan is recording this, in hindsight, maybe it would have made sense if I had a multi-tool with a mining attachment and a backpack. In hindsight, because hindsight, a bit of a hiney act if you ask me. But anyway, yeah, I did not know this at the time, or maybe it didn't click at the time. And yeah, Hey Ev Productions did a real good Hey Ev number on this one. You'll see, okay? So just bear with me here, folks, okay? So normally you have to go through and scan everything. It keeps on showing up easy, and if you're doing this the first time, you'll be like, oh, fuck, all right, this is going to be good. Look how much mining material I'm going to get there. And because it's all saying that stuff, and there's a bit of inert material. So yeah, now I could be saying this completely wrong, and maybe it is the correct thing to do here, but yeah, you'll see in a minute. Okay, you'll definitely see. I think I maybe should have gotten out of the ship, but then again, in typical Hey Ev Productions, I've got nothing on me, no mining tools, no nothing. Might need to come back and do this. So there might be a few videos in the future of me hiring a prospector and actually doing this properly. And if you want to see that, let me know in the comments, because I think I need to give this ship a bit of a better review than what I've done with it. And I know I've done a few videos in the past, I know this. But yeah, I think I can say I'm at a level of gameplay now where I'm not an idiot. Although after watching this video, you're going to say, nah, you still got a long way to go. And that's definitely fine. And what am I leading up to? You're going to see. Look at that. 5% laser, and it's already fucking gone stupid. So I'm working on the assumption the green is going to get there faster than the red. Oh, fuck. And I just tapped the bloody thing. Come on, the green is already there. Come on, there should be like enough. It should be. It should be. Fuck. Extraction port gone. So, have a look, folks. Do you remember I had orange bars where I was doing the extraction? And now I've got fuck all. And the bloody ship's telling me the extraction pod is gone. So, this is what happened. Apparently, let me just change the view. You see that stuff down there? So apparently I've just fucked up my ship. And all those pods where you actually extract the things into are now all over the fucking ground. So it's pretty much, that's it. It's done.